YouTube, what's going on? It's Argon here today, bringing you another Call of Duty World War II video. We are on the famous London docks, you know, one of the several maps that we play here on the channel, aka one of the only maps that is available on this channel. Still trying to learn the spawns, and apparently we found one. Using the PPSH, I just went and unlocked the extended mags, which, that's actually pretty cool. It makes it look like the speakeasy from Advanced Warfare. So, today's topic, I want to discuss with you something you should have learned in school, but you probably didn't pay attention to, and that is statistics. And bear with me, it's going to make sense here in a minute. So, in statistics, the most common principle that anybody, ever measures is called average, or as they know it in the statistics world, it is called the mean. The mean is the average of a bunch of numbers. So let me back up. Let's say the whole purpose of statistics is to measure groups of data and try and understand how they're behaving so that you can use that in other fields as, backup information. So when you have a bunch of data, it's called a population. A population, for example, would be just like you think, like a group of people, a group of players, a bunch of items in a factory that you're building. That's a population, something that you can measure. And when you take that thing that you're measuring and you calculate all the values of it, say, for example, the age of a group of people. Say there's 1,000 people and you want to measure their age, and you take everyone's age and you have 1,000 different numbers, right? So you're all familiar with averages, right? Average is the sum of all the ages or numbers in that population divided by the numbers in that population. So if you have 1,000 people, you add up all their ages and then divide by 1,000, and you've got the average. So in statistics, they just call that a mean, M-E-A-N. So if you've ever heard that, that's basically all an average is. Now, where statistics differs from, other type of arithmetic type of calculations is they calculate a thing called standard deviation. What the standard deviation is the variation between, hold on, let me see this. It's a statistical measurement of variation, ultimately, is what it comes down to. Now, there's a principle called 6 sigma, right? Which you probably may or may not have heard of, but basically what it means is it's 1 sigma is 1 standard deviation. So what it says is all the data, all the population can be generalized within plus or minus 3 sigma of the mean. Now, I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but let me break it down for you. Let's say you take the average of 1,000 people's ages, and that average age ends up being 50. Well, the standard deviation is, let's say, for example, 5 years. So plus 3 sigma and minus 3 sigma would be, 3 sigma would be 15 years. So anywhere plus or minus 3 sigma would be 35 years to 65 years. So what that means is that if you take that 1,000, come on. Oh dear, that's really bloody. That 1,000 people, okay, and you want to categorize the likelihood that their ages, that you want to predict their ages, you do a plus or minus 3 sigma prediction. So that means that you can guarantee with some amount of certainty that if you had a random person, their age would fall between 35 years and 65 years. That's what that basically means, right? There's a principle in statistics called the 68, 95, 99, something like that principle. What that means is that within look at that 2-piece baby. Within 1 sigma of the mean, plus or minus, you will capture 68% of the entire population. So that means of the 1,000 people, 68% of them will be between, hold on, let me just clear that guy out. 68% of them will be between plus or minus 5 years, which is 45 to 55 years. Now that's a lot more accurate than say 35 to, what do we say, 65, right? However, if you expand that to plus or minus 10 years, you'll capture 95% of those people. And if you capture it, the full 6 sigma, you're doing 99.7% population captured, right? Oh dear, finally got my UAV though. So why does this matter? Basically what it means is if you're trying to predict something and you do a plus or minus 3 sigma, you have a 99.7% accuracy of saying that, ooh dear, that, this population or any random number I could find will land between those two numbers, right? Now, why am I explaining this to you guys other than just to fill a video, right? I'm just here trying to make this YouTube money, right? No, it's not that at all. So in statistics, one of the first things you do when you're calculating data, oh, if I would have pulled that off, that would have been beautiful. One of the first things you do when you're collecting data is you get rid of these things called outliers. So that's, you take your highest numbers in your population and your lowest numbers in your population, and you remove them from the calculation because they're... Moment of silence for the camper. GG's, bro. Good job, man. You're a savage. Although, honestly, I wasn't looking at my mini-map. I probably should have looked. Whatever. So, if you remove the outliers, you're more likely to get a realistic calculation, you know, of your data. Now, this matters because we see a lot of stuff on Twitter about, you know, people complaining and blah, blah, blah about connection and lag and other stuff and whatever, right? And what we do is we take, you know, X number of people tweeting about it as to be fact. Now, that doesn't align with what we know statistically, right? I don't know where I'm going on the map. So what we do is, let's say you take your favorite YouTuber, which you probably follow on Twitter, right? And he tweets out something about, you know, this happened in my game, this is broken, blah, 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 blah. Now, that's one game that guy's played, and let's say, for example, he's Master Prestige. That guy's probably played 1,000 games. I have no idea. Oh, somebody dropped a paratroopers. Alright, guys, so we ended up losing that last game. However, I did get the Bronze Star Award, which is pretty cool. I think that was my first one. And I totally forgot to do the shout out at the beginning of the last game. So let me give a quick shout out to Foul Hotshot and Brian Payne for coming in the comment section early in the last video. Oh my god. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, and if you do want to get a shout out, make sure you're commenting in the comment section below, and you will get a shout out coming up shortly. I gotta admit, this is Saint Marie Dumont or whatever it's called. I don't have that much experience on this map, so I'm not gonna be that familiar with it. Probably gonna go negative, but whatevs. So as I was saying in the last game, I should say, what we want to talk about here in the case of statistics and as it relates to Call of Duty, and more specifically the community, oh jeez on rice, is let's say you're watching your favorite YouTuber and you see him on Twitter and he makes a comment about, you know, this is broken or this is not right or whatever, blah 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 blah. You gotta remember that this guy's pretty good. That just killed me. You gotta remember that guy's probably played 1,000 games. I don't know how many games. A lot, right? Hundreds of games. If he's a Master Prestige, if he's a YouTuber, he's probably played a lot. Oh no. This is what he's doing? That's how he plans on... Alright, cool. Cool. I got you, bro. So he's here. We're gonna just camp these corners real quick. There he is. Where I got a nade for you, bro. Have fun with that. Thank you. No V2s on me, bro. Anyway, so that guy's probably played a ton of games, right? He's got a lot of data points in his population. But for him to say something like, this is broken based on a few games that he's witnessed or some frustration that he's experiencing is considered really an outlier in the statistical world. Especially if you think that you've got hundreds of thousands of people playing, if not more. Especially this game being more popular than oh, look at that guy. Good for you, bro. I'm gonna just peek you. Oh, don't die. Dude, this is, you know what? Look at it. So he's prone on the ground, and then when he can't kill me with his gun, he sticks me with a sticky. Good for you, dude. So we have to take that into consideration when someone is making a comment like that. Now the problem is when it comes to statistics, the population doesn't, you know, it can't individually speak for itself. Like it can, but it doesn't have the same influence. Like one data point speaks for one data point, and that's it. It doesn't influence other data points. That's just not how statistics works. Now when you look at Twitter and you look at a guy that's got a large following on Twitter, that guy can influence other data points, right? So let's say you're measuring how much people think a gun is OP. Well, if one guy tweets out that he doesn't like it, then that might influence a lot of the other data points, which is us, to feel the same way, right? Like that's normal. That doesn't mean it's true. So that's why I'm bringing this up, because we're realistically seeing... Get jump shotted, boy. Oh, that should have been a kill. So what we're seeing is somebody that's influencing statistics, and in reality, when you're looking at this game and you're thinking about it, you have to realize it is a game of statistical averages, or you know, statistical data points. That's something we have to think about, and we don't. What we do is we let, you know, outliers basically influence. Oh, I lost someone. We let outliers influence our decisions, which is totally against statistics. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense, guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree? Did you guys know this? Did you guys study statistics in school? I was so far around the corner. I got to see this. Lag comp, 4 to win, baby. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I was not. Very nice. Nicely played, sir. I'm probably negative as hell. 4 and 10, not my best game. Last game, it did a lot better because I knew the maps a little bit better. So far, you know, I haven't lost a lot of one-on-one gunfights. Look at that. I'm getting outpositioned. What else is new, right? That's what happens when you don't understand a map. You're gonna get outpositioned and you're gonna lose. So you either play like a camper until you learn, or you rush and get a bad KD and just get frustrated. Me? I like to rush and then get frustrated. What? Oh, shoot. Good for you, bro. Good for you, just chilling. Chilling in the corner. Honestly, somebody on my team is doing good. GG's to you, bro. You're carrying the team. I'm sure as heck not. Somebody's around the corner here. We've got a jump shot, you know, jump around every corner. That took all my might to get that kill. That took all my might to get that kill. Yeah, we're about to win this, which is good. No thanks to me carrying the bottom of the team. But yeah, what do you guys think? Like I said in a previous video that we are ruining the community because of our comments on Twitter. This is more of like a numerical background as to why that is. You have to remember how many games a day are played of Call of Duty World War II. You can't let... What in the fuck? Did I really miss that many shots? Holy cow, he was so weak. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. If you have yet, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're not following me on social media, links are down below. And as always, guys, my name is Argon. I'll see you next time. Peace.